with the most asked questions on Twitter. Last night, I don't know if you saw, but Ian tweeted something that ended up trending worldwide and also in Brazil. I have to point out, I married a Brazilian. My people.
I love Paul Wesley.
I tweeted I love Paul Wesley, and it was. No, actually. By the way, we were on set. Actually, they weren't. They were sleeping, but they've been working all week. This has been one of the hardest weeks, I think, of this show. I haven't. By the way, I will tell you this.
Every week.
But I haven't been to sleep.
Every week, like this is the hardest.
I haven't been to sleep before 5 a.m. in over 3 months. If that gives you any indication of like.
What do you mean? We went to bed that one time.
Yeah, that might not be because of the work schedule.
Yeah, it might not be because of the work schedule, but whatever. No one's judging.
I'm like, I've been up with you till 5 a.m. a couple times.
Yeah, but I was shooting until 5 a.m. this morning, and I went home, walked the dog, fed the animals, and grabbed my stuff. Got on the plane, and I realized that I remembered that Michael Alowitz, who was our first assistant director, who's now our director, has directed more episodes, I think, than any director, and he's amazing. Apparently, there was this thing called the Delena rain kiss. Exactly, that's what I said.
The what?
Delena rain kiss.
Delena kiss in the rain.
The people wanted us to kiss in the rain sometime before the end of the season. And I thought, well, first of all, it's really cold in Georgia, so I don't think it's a good idea.
Well, it wasn't a great idea. Can we reminisce and go back to the days?
Well, that's why Delena has never kissed in the rain, is because of that episode.
What was it like directing?
It was amazing. I was expecting, honestly, I was expecting them to really haze me, and they didn't. But Nina reminded me of a really funny thing. My first day of directing, I walk into my dressing room and there's a wrapped like gift, and I'm like, and it says, you know, to Paul, the director. And can you just reiterate what the card said, because it was so good?
I basically wrote Paul a letter saying.
It was funny. That sounded like one of those like.
That's sort of what it said.
It sounded like one of those like. By the way, like we should invent an e-card where it opens up and it goes, "I love you, I love you." Where are you from?
Yeah, find us after the show.
That's awesome.
It was pretty awesome.
Most unique voice. He should dictate all the Vampire Diaries beginning. Like, he should be like,
this week on the Vampire Diaries.
It's like instead of like older vampire.
Stefan and Elena.
We're not making fun of you.
We're not making fun of you. It was great.
No, it's beautiful, man. It was freaking awesome.
It was awesome.
Thank you for that.
What?
So what was the letter say, for God's sake?
Okay. So I wrote him a letter saying, it's been, after half a decade, we've come so far, and now when you enter the next phase of your career, I wanted to give you a little gift, a token, and remind you of where we started and where it all began. And what's most important.
Yes.
And as he unwrapped the gift, it was
a giant portrait of Nina. And it was just, Nina's.
But like in neon.
But not like printed, like painted.
Just Nina's face.
Like
it was a painting.
Long flowing hair.
It was a painting of Nina's face.
But it was this big.
And it's huge. And now it's hanging up in my dressing room.
Nina and Paul, I want to talk to you guys about the doppelganger palooza that you have been in this past season.
Doppelganger
You've played 3 different relationships together: Stelena, Stefan, and Samara. I think I'm getting that right. Samara.
Oh, right.
How challenging is it for you not only to keep those 3 characters straight, but then your interactions with each other as those 3 different characters? I mean, I have to say, hands down, you both have done amazing, amazing work.
Yes.
And what a challenging job you guys have had, so kudos to you. But how has it been for you shifting between those 3 characters and also your inner dynamics between each other? Has it been difficult?
Well, you've had to do it for years. I only did it for like half a season, but you're probably better to answer that than I am.
Well, I think it's.
I'm so lazy. I don't want to answer the question.
That's what we call honing off a question.
I'm like, you're better at that.
That was a total pawn off.
Whatever.
But she can handle it.
You know, I think I can only speak for myself. So Paul can answer this after me. But, you know, when you get to set on whatever day that we're filming, you approach whatever character you're playing with a completely different, you know, perspective and a different angle, and you bring that character to life. And so your interaction with the other role or the other person is very different, and you have, you know, you can separate them, but as soon as they call cut, he's exactly the same. And I'm exactly the same, but you know, it's luckily the storylines have been so, you know, the writing's so good, and we've been able to really dig deep into it and create
About the silence in the
oh, he has something to say.
What she said.
We're gonna do 30 seconds. We're gonna go down the line and back again. And the category is characters who've died on the Vampire Diaries. And the person who gets in the last word right before the buzzer rings is the winner. So I just wanna see how many we can remember in 30 seconds.
Oh, Julie's gonna win all this.
I lost up there.
We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going.
By the way, I'm pretty sure none of you slept last
only say
night, so I
one word.
We're
apologize.
gonna do an alphabetical order.
We only say one word.
You just say, you're gonna go down the line, everybody says
character.
one name, and the only rule is you can't say the same name
Got it.
twice.
That's like
Oh,
speed round.
crap.
Got it.
Speed round.
All right, so deaths on the Vampire Diaries. Julie's so gonna win this.
She's
All
gonna
right,
kill us.
Well, it's not fair.
Can I start? Or no?
3, 2, 1, go.
Uncle Zach.
Not alphabetical order.
He's the first person to die. Go.
Wait, whoa.
Anyone who's died. Anyone who's died.
Oh, someone who's died. Catherine.
Anna.
Yep.
The Crow.
I love that freaking crow.
Rose.
Sorry.
Rose.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is happening.
Come on. You're losing.
There's so many people.
Okay, that was embarrassing. We gotta do that again.
One more time.
Come on.
We have to do that again.
I thought
I'm
they were
very
going to be
competitive.
individual questions.
Come on.
Who won?
Wanna do it again?
Nobody.
Yes.
We all failed.
All right,
Yes,
do you wanna do deaths again or
Yes.
characters who've kissed?
We're doing that again.
Deaths?
Deaths.
Okay.
Deaths. We
All right, starting over. 3, 2, 1, go.
Vicky.
Vicky. Pearl.
Alaric.
She said Pearl. We lost.
Said
Alaric.
Anna.
And Jenna.
Silas.
Amara.
Silas.
You don't understand
Silas?
this game. God.
Oh.
I said Silas.
No one's arguing that.
Hey, man, it's a good thing you're pretty. I'll tell you that much.
It's crazy. When you shoot a TV show like this, it's the same. It's really bizarre because I was here literally last week for Lost. And which was an amazing experience, and that was after 10 years.
And you
now
died.
And I died. I was the first one to die. Note to self: show up to set on time. No, but this has now been 5 years. It's 5 years. It's a half of a decade, and ultimately, the relationships that have spawned, we could call it, from this interaction and this show, they're very deeply rooted in our lives. And so when you lose a character,
Really hard to say.
it's freaking hard, man. And howdy. But ultimately, it's a very crazy, like very deep thing. Like when you lose a character, when we lost, say, you know, Alaric, it was a really thing. Like, wow, man, there goes Matt Davis from our lives, from the show, from, you know, my speed dial.
But it keeps things exciting.
It does keep things exciting, and that's the thing about this show. When you break, sorry, go ahead, buddy.
No, I was gonna say it's great because then it makes you don't know who's gonna go next.
When you're breaking those barriers of, you know, the same. Actually, we were here last week with Damon Lindelof, and he said, you know what? It's one of those things that, in the beginning of Lost, when they would kill a character, it's like if you, what did he say? It's like if you put a gun to, was it NCR? No, CSI with David Caruso.
Yeah,
was it?
yeah.
If you put a gun to David Caruso's head in an episode, you knew that the guy wasn't going to kill him. And Carlton said, well, the hair would deflect the bullet. But you knew that guy wasn't going to get killed. And then they started killing lead characters, which is what Vampire Diaries started doing. And when these characters are living on the precipice of death, you realize no one is safe.